No worries.
Here we are with trainer of champions, Bob Santos, who on Saturday night has his guy Mario Barrios taking on Fabian Maidana for the WBC Welterweight Championship. Bob, what's happening?
Everything's great, man. It's great to be here with you guys.
So a couple days out, all the hard work is done. Just probably trying to lose those last couple ounces. That's where we're at.
Yeah, that's basically where we're at. We got tonight. We got the final little weight cut and ready to rock and roll with that weigh-in tomorrow, and we should be good. We're definitely planning on being weight. We don't want to miss weight like some people have in the past. Ryan Garcia, per se.
I think that's the least of his problems today.
Yeah, I guess so. But we'll see. I'm a big believer in America, innocent till proven guilty. So we'll see how it plays out.
The welterweight division wide open now with Terrence Crawford with his recent announcement going up to 154. Got Boots with the IBF. Stanionis, WBA. Mario fighting for WBC. Is that the way you look at it? A win kind of gets you maybe. I know you're not overlooking Fabian Maidana, but a win gets you probably a pretty big name in the division.
Sure, definitely. The more wins you can put together in this sport, as well as anybody, it just keeps getting bigger, and better. And so hopefully we'll get the job done Saturday night. We're confident about that. And there's a lot of names in and around the division, not just at 47, but some big names at 40 that could be coming up. And so we'll see how that plays out. There's a lot of big names at 54 too, obviously.
What's the best thing or the best change we've seen out that you've seen out Barrios, especially since maybe the Thurman fight?
Definitely. I think we got him back to the basics, back to what he does best, and kept him true to himself. I think we got away from that a little bit. But I think we're right back on track, and we're looking for bigger and better.
I think a lot of times you talk about the losses more than the wins. I mean, as a coach, I'm sure you do that as well. Actually, even in the wins, you probably point out more what he does bad than does good. I mean, that's the only way. But in terms of the Davis fight, he was in that fight for a while. The Thurman fight, he was kind of nip and tuck. Maybe if he stepped it up a little bit, he could add his hand raised. Is that the way you look at it? And that's how close he is to being an undefeated fighter.
Well, there's no two ways about it. I think Gervonta Davis in and around his weight class, he's the absolute best right now, in my opinion. That being said, though, we had a lot of problems, making weight. It's an excuse. You signed the contract. It is what it is. But we did have trouble, making the weight because he is so big. I think had we been able to fight maybe a weight class bigger, a couple more pounds, would have made a difference. We were, Mayweather himself said in the 11th round, he told Gervonta, hey, you're losing the fight. That was his assessment. He was able to get the job done. We fell short on that. The very next fight, we jump up to 47, and our first fight is Keith Thurman, right, who's a, stone veteran, quality guy at that weight, about as good as it gets. And that's our first fight in the welterweight division. We had him hurt at one point where he took his mouthpiece out. He was really, really hurt. I felt we should have jumped on it, capitalized on it. It was an opportunity missed, and we fell short on that. But you know what? Now he's 28 years old. He's coming into his prime. I think he's coming into, he's got a kid on the way, and he's becoming a mature adult, and I think he's turned the corner.
As we said, trainer of champions. I know you always have a great young stable out there. You got some good young fighters. I saw one of your young kids, Angel Chavez, fighting in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. Tell us more about what's going on in your gym.
Well, it's always great to have a super middleweight Mexican. He's a big puncher, he's a big, strong kid, so that's a blessing to have him. We got Denier, the Fear, Perot. To me, he's the best young heavyweight in the sport. He's just an incredible talent. Southpaw, can do it all, great feet. I liken him a lot to an Usyk, but I think he's big. Obviously, he's a little bigger than Usyk, bigger bodied, but same type of speed, southpaw, and I'm expecting the world of him coming here shortly.
Denier Perot, are you with the brother as well?
Yeah, I'm also with the brother, Lanier. Unfortunately, he's been really avoided. We had that big win over the Ukraine where we stopped him in the 8th round, and since then it's been, pulling teeth and nails to get somebody get in the ring with him. So it's very, very difficult for him. But as far as Denier goes, I think he's on the right track. I think he's with the right people. And, Box Lab, Amari Pereira. So I think we're going to have a great future for him.
He had a nice win the other night on DAZN as well.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, I was talking to a couple of different podcast people, and we had 17 people pull out of that fight, did not want to fight, turned them down. And then everybody goes, well, the next thing is, what were they offered? I said, well, they were offered career high paydays. They're like, oh, come on, Bob. They went and talked to the zone. They talked to the promoter, found out. I said, hey, I give it to you straight.
I mean, heck, if Jake Paul couldn't afford, because I believe I was on Jake Paul's show.
Yeah.
If Jake Paul couldn't afford it, they must have been asking for astronomical money.
No, well, you know what it was is that they would say, oh, we want this, then they would get it, and still then end up turning down the fight. So it is what it is.
That's why in my previous life I match made a few shows. That's why I don't do it anymore. Fighters are looking for reasons not to fight than to fight more often than not.
Yeah, more so than not. There's a few of them like Robert Guerrero that I had that never turned down a fight. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but he never asked me how much is the money. He just said, who's the fight, where's it at, and we'll be ready to go.
That's what these guys do for a living. They're professional boxers. You're getting offered money.
Yeah.
Anything else you got in the pipe you wanted to talk about?
No, I'm just, like I said, thankful to be here with you guys and look forward to us Saturday night as a co-feature to Canelo. And we're just happy to be a part of this pay-per-view. I think it's a great event. Canelo Munguia, I think that's going to be a great, tough fight. So we'll see how that plays out.
I even ask you, Fabian Maidana, real quickly. Tell me about him.
Well, obviously he was with Robert Garcia. Obviously his brother's, a legend in the sport. That's his brother. He's somebody that's, different, obviously, but grew up with that fighting background, that fighting family. And he was with Robert Garcia, who's a great trainer. Robert said he was one of the most talented kids that he had in the gym. I don't know what happened, what transpired there. You never know what happens in people's personal lives. But he knows this is opportunity of a lifetime. And so we're prepared. I know he's prepared, and we're looking for fireworks Saturday night.
It's actually good to be on the other side. The last couple times, like we're talking about Mario stepping up to face Tank or stepping up to face. Now you guys are the step-up fight. He's trying to step up and fight you guys.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll see how that plays out.
Well, Bob, we wish you best of luck. We'll see you Saturday night with Mario Barrios. And again, you always have terrific fighters, and I'm sure we'll see you in many quarters down the road.
You got it. At Bob Santos Boxing. Let's go get it, baby.
There you have it. Bob Santos, thanks.